Are you sure we need to bring all this stuff?
Of course, you idiot! We must be fully prepared! I am an expert on the Nosferatu! And one thing I know for sure is that the undead don't just sail up to you and present themselves.
Hello over there! Do you know a good place to land our pleasure cruiser?
I don't know! Try over there around that point!
Oh, okay. Thank you. Toodaloo!
Right, whatever. What was I saying?
The undead don't just sail up to you?
Right. They cherish their lairs immensely and never willingly give them up. One thing I know for sure, this brood of the Barons, this Mona, will be there waiting for us, getting ready to fiercely defend her crypt with every ounce of undead energy she possesses. She will never willingly leave that castle.
We made it, Frodrik!
Who would have thought that crossing a simple lake would be such a pain in the ass?
Well, off to Paris.
Wait! What are you gonna do? Walk there?
I was thinking a train.
A train? Even if we could catch a train, there's the small problem of you only being able to travel at night.
That would have to be an extremely fast train to make it to the next major city.
Child of the night.
Come to think of it,
Why are you not walking towards me? Aren't you listening? Do not make me count to 3. 1, 2, 3!
Expand the drag coefficient, adjust the gravity.
I'll come to you.
Then, of course...
Yeah, finally!
Mona! Wake up! Mona!
Come, child, come inside where it is warm and safe. I have been waiting for you.
Oui, mistress.
Oh, I see. You want your fortune told. Good idea. And see if you can find out what's gonna happen on next week's episode of Bats of Our Lives.
Well, hello, my dearest Mona De Lafitte. Come in and sit down. We meet at last.
Sorry to bother you, madame. I don't know, but I had the weirdest feeling that came over me. It compelled me to seek you out for some mysterious reason.
Yes, you learned that I have that effect on people. But goodness gracious, I am being rude. I know all about you, but you don't know me at all. Forgive me. I am called the great Madame Strigoi, knower of all things better left unknown.
Why have you summoned me here?
I know your plight, and I know how best to prepare you for your journey home.
Really? You know how to get me back to Paris?
Okay, listen very carefully, for I'm only going to say this as many times as you ask me to. First, you need your coffin to sleep in. Do you have it here?
No. And what do you mean I need a coffin to sleep in? I thought Shrowdy was being, just being weird. Making me sleep in there when I had a perfectly good bed up in my boudoir. Besides, no self-respecting opera star would sleep in a coffin. It's absurd.
Well, this opera star is going to have to. Now wake up, girl. You need a coffin to sleep in every night or you will die. You will die. Capiche?
Well, I suppose I do, but I'm not happy about it.
Being a vampire isn't about being happy. Listen, child, in life stuff just happens that we don't always like. We just have to get over it and move on as best we can. Besides, living the unlife of a vampire can be very rewarding and just as fulfilling as real life. Trust me, child, I know. You are strong, I have seen it. You'll be just fine, and I'll guide you all the way. Now, where is your coffin?
At the lake shore where we left it.
Uh-oh, better go get it now. Constable Otto just passed here a few minutes ago on his nightly patrol. I think he said something about investigating a scream and looking out for 2 strangers reported skulking hereabouts. Hurry and go get it, and bring it back. ASAP!
talk to you for a moment?
Yes, but only for a few minutes. I am Constable Otto van Pelt, and I'm in middle of serious investigation. Some very strange things have been happening around here lately.
Can you tell me about those weird events happening lately?
Yes. I got report from cottages nearby of two men who have been skulking around shoreline and along the road. Then we heard reports from all over of horrible screams that echo throughout the valley. So, I was assigned to investigate, and about 100 yards down the shore I found, well, what appeared to be Baron Shrowdy Von Kiefer's clothing. And it smelled awful. Noxious vapors were emanating from the clothes. It was quite a sight. And last night I discovered the coffin sitting on the shore with 2 oars in it. It is mighty strange. You'll have to pardon me, ma'am. I best be getting back to my investigation. I haven't much time before Luke Crane gets wind of it and muscles the case out from under me. He's always trying to be in the spotlight.
What are you doing with that boat?
Looking for clues. By the dirt residue I found in the coffin, it looks as though someone kept putting dirt in it, and then someone else kept dumping it out. Also, by impressions left behind, it looks like someone, a woman, judging by the shape of the imprint, slept here every night and had a bat for a companion.
That is all I need to know. I'm out of questions for now.
Okay, back to my investigation.
I went back to get it, but we were too late. Constable Otto was there.
I guess it's time that you had this. Vampires for Dummkopf. It has everything a budding vampire like you needs. Read it and learn it all. It tells everything you need to know about your new vampire powers, as well as your many vampire restrictions. It has rules, flowcharts, pie recipes, and good advice for vampires of all types.
Thank you, Madame Sturgoy.
Back to being a vampire. With some time in practice, you'll slowly gain new vampire powers, especially now that Shrowdy is no longer your master. You don't have to read it cover to cover, but you may want to use it from time to time if you two encounter difficulties during your journey. As a member of the undead, you are required to return to your grave every night
My grave. But seriously, I know, off on a side, I'm really not dead.
No, Mona. It says right here, when bitten and drained by a vampire, then fed some of the vampire's own blood, the victim becomes technically and legally dead in most countries, except Nevada, where death can be annulled within 24 hours.
Grave dirt. Fine, I'll get right on it.
It is not your grave per se, but you have to sleep in a coffin filled with dirt from your grave every day. That is how it works. You did bring that grave dirt with you when you escaped the castle, right?
Not exactly. I, sort of dumped it out.
I'm afraid you're going to have to go back to the castle and retrieve it.
Back to the castle?
Shush now! Something's coming in! Oh, great spirit of the ball, show me Sector 12!
Madame Sturgoy, who are they?
Vampire hunters, Monsieur Calvin and Belcou, his apprentice. Oh, why on earth did Sign send them instead of Abraham? Ugh, God only knows. Oh, well, they are vampire hunters from a religious brotherhood. You can thank them for staking Baron Shrowdy Von Kiefer to death back by the lake. They want to stake you, too. They will not likely rest until your undead heart stops beating in your undead chest, after which time you will be 100% dead. Look, if you do not find more grave dirt before sunrise, you will not be able to return to your coffin, and I already explained how important that is. Try the Draxsylvania Cemetery and Picnic Grounds for a start. It's just down the road past the lakeshore. You can't miss it.
What you're saying is that if we're ever going to make it to Paris, before we can leave, we must get Mona's coffin, then replenish our supply of Mona's grave dirt, and we're done?
Once you have the grave dirt and your coffin, you will need a wagon to carry it all and a horse to pull it. I think you can borrow the wagon from the cemetery caretaker, and I just so happen to have a line on a horse for sale in the local town of Lad's Landing, just up the road from here. I grabbed this flyer while I was there. I don't have any extra money, so you'll have to work something out with the owners.
Borrow wagon from the caretaker, work something out with the owner of the horse, get coffin and grave dirt, check.
Luckily for you, I know some Turkish smugglers in Puerto Varda. They owe me a few favors from back in the old days. I got them to agree to take you on their ship, the Demeanor, a large tramp freighter bound for France. They are scheduled to leave the docks just before dawn. They will not wait for you, so you must find everything you need as quickly as possible.
Grave dirt, coffin, horse, and wagon. Got it. Nothing else, right?
Well, come to think of it, you should really get an insane daytime guardian before you travel long distances, just to be safe.
What?
Not another thing to get. This is too much. And why exactly does he have to be insane?
Yeah, at best it sounds a little unwise to travel with nutcases, especially over long distances.
Come on, think about it, you two. All vampires must find a mortal living human to guard over them during the day, in case the righteous brothers or their brethren discover your coffin and decide to stake you in your pajamas. An insane guardian simply works the best. For one thing, they are more easily controlled. 2, they get less grossed out by the sight of blood and corpses. And 3, I forget 3. Just trust me. They are essential to have for any sun-fearing vampire. But forget it. Never mind, we are short on time. You can worry about the insane daytime guardian when you get to Paris.
Let's go already. We have a long night and a lot to do.
Thank you so much for your help.
My pleasure, child. I will do whatever I can to help you along your perilous journey.
I have a feeling this might come in handy.
Yes, child. Knock your...
So am I...
Frederick? Frederick?
It says...
Yes, well, now that the constable is, this will be useful.
Mona? What are you doing?
I read somewhere that grunting like an animal improves your accuracy when throwing or playing tennis.
I'll take your word for it. Let her rip.
Who is it?
My name is Mona De Lafitte. and I'm inquiring about the horse that you are selling.
I'd love to help you out, but I can't right now.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Actually, maybe you can. You see, the door's locked, and my son threw the frickin' key out the window. Now no one can get in or out. If you help me get the door open, I'll give you the horse.
That's enough info.
Fine, but...
Let's see what's in... Hello? Is anybody in there? Nope. No one in there. It must be safe to open.
Apparently, you have never heard of the stable shed slasher massacre of 1865.
No. But I'm sure I'm going to hear about it in a second.
Well, not if you're gonna have that attitude. Forget it. Go ahead and open it up yourself. I dare you.
I want to take a peek in here. Just as I thought. A storage shed. That's that. I'm feeling adventurous. I'm going to fly down into the well and look around.
You go do that, and I'll stand lookout for well inspectors.
Scared?
No, just concerned that exploring a strange place might make me anxious, overly alert, and panicky. But scared? Never.
Well, all right then. Now this ought to melt you free.
I think it must have...
Frozen? You think?
It was a good plan.
Oh, man! Well, maybe the saddle blanket can keep the stew warm. Now this ought to melt you free. Yippee! That worked! No way! I simply refuse to get my fingers messy. Help me out, Frederick!
What do you know about that? You found it. To be honest, I didn't think you had the smarts to ever find it.
Thanks. I guess?
Ooh. Well, let's get to the stable. I'm freezing my keister off. It's freaking cold out. There you go, Buttercup. Meet, what was your name again?
Mona De Lafitte, of the Parisian De Lafitte's, opera singer and par arts graduate.
Yeah, that's great. Anyway, me, Mona. You belong to her now. Quit your kvetching and get out of here before I sell you to the glue factory.
Merci. Maybe he'll... I'm going to...
A snowball? I've seen better on...
I like talking to things on occasion.
What's wrong, Mona? The door's open. What are you waiting for? Head on in.
I can't! For some reason I can't cross the threshold of the doorway.
I wonder if this has anything to do with the fact that you are currently life-challenged.
Life-challenged?
Just trying to be polite. I know it's a bit of a touchy subject.
Oh, you with your silly vampire theories. It's only a curse. That is, until I find a way to cure myself.
Okay, so maybe the fact that you can't enter the store has something to do with the fact that you're a walking corpse. I mean, you're a vampire.
Let's see what this says on the other side. It's the open and close sign for the store. It says they are closed right now.
Surprise, surprise! Instead...
Can you tell me what this sign says? I'm afraid I don't have my reading glasses. Yes! It says, yes, we are open. Please come in. I wonder how that got turned around. Oh well. That did it, Frederick! I suddenly feel different. I feel I can walk into this shop now.
Pretty sneaky, sis. I mean, Mona.
there. My name is Mona.
Can you sing a song for us? Please? We like to hear songs while we're falling asleep.
Yes, of course.
No! We want Who Let the Wolves Out. Can you sing Who Let the Wolves Out?
I'm afraid I don't know the lyrics to Who Let the Wolves Out. But I do happen to know several beautiful French lullabies, many of which have been passed down for hundreds of...
Who let the wolves out? Who let the wolves out?
I don't think they want to hear anything else.
Where did you boys hear that song?
They play it at the stadium all the time. It's our favorite song.
Can you teach it to me? If you do, I'll be happy to sing it to you.
We don't know all the words. Sing it to us or we won't talk to you anymore. Who let the wolves out?
Such lovely children. I wonder if they'd fit through that window.
Shush, Frederick. I'm going to have to find a way to learn that song. Otherwise, I don't think these children will ever go to sleep. It's an oily vat filled with cooking grease.
Hi there, miss. What can I do you for?
Sorry to disturb you, but may I speak with you for a moment?
That depends. Are you in any way associated, affiliated, related to, or working with any member of a local, regional, or national law enforcement organization, particularly those identified as being tasked with reducing or eliminating the act of human fulfillment?
Human fulfillment?
She means no, she is not.
Well then, hello there, honey. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. How can I help you?
Do you work for the salon?
Work has such a negative connotation. I like to think that I live my life in the pursuit of pleasure, mine and others. My relationship with the salon allows me to pursue these personal interests, while simultaneously providing me with an ongoing source of income. Right now I'm standing lookout for a private nail salon event going on inside.
What sort of work do you do?
I like to think of myself as a small event planner, or possibly a personal entertainer. In terms of the specific services I offer, that generally depends on how much my client is willing to spend. Was there something particular you had in mind?
Uh-oh, Mona. That constable over there's eyeing you pretty closely. You'd better be careful, or you might get picked up for solicitation.
Solicitation? Solicitation of what?
Mona, you seem to be having some difficulty grasping the situation. This lovely lady here...
Why, thank you! And I might say you are by far the most attractive bat I have ever encountered.
You're too kind. Anyway, Mona, to put it bluntly, this woman is, well, she does stuff to make people happy, especially penicillin manufacturers.
Oh, I guess I understand. I think. Forgive me. I don't have much experience in these, areas.
There's nothing to forgive, darling. You know, you are quite attractive. I'm not sure what you're doing right now, but would you ever consider a career change? We offer flexible hours and an excellent benefits package. We would have to put a little more foundation on those cheeks, though I'm afraid you're looking rather pale.
Sure, sounds great. I love doing nails. Where do I sign up?
Whoa, Mona. Trust me, this isn't the right nail salon for you. Besides, don't you want to go to Paris and sing opera?
You're right, I do. But she made her life seem so glamorous and fulfilling. Do I get 2 weeks of vacation and 10 days of sick leave?
You're gonna need a lot more sick leave.
I understand perfectly. Can we go inside your nail salon?
Sorry, honey. No can do.
Why not?
The salon has been reserved by a private party. I'm doing double duty as doorman and lookout. So unless you are part of the Gothard Falls City Council, I can't let you in.
Why are you standing out here in the cold?
You can thank Constable Bud Crane, the cop standing over there. He's not a big fan of the nail salon services. So I have to stand watch to warn the private party we are having inside, in case Constable Crane decides to have a raid. Believe me, I'd rather be inside nice and warm.
Why would Constable Crane not like a nail salon?
Oh, I have a bunch of theories on that, and none of them good. My leading theory is that he has a serious inferiority complex because his older brother Lou is such a big-town hero and overshadows Bud at every turn. So to compensate for his shortcomings, he's way too wound up. He really needs to get
relieved of his duties for harassing a perfectly harmless nail salon?
Yes, exactly. If he'd go away or someone got rid of him, that would be a relief, believe you me.
What private party?
We'll keep this on the down low, but Burgermeister Willem Vinton and a bunch of his cronies from the next village over are having some political discussions in there. Very delicate ones, and they don't want to be disturbed.
Disturbed by whom?
The Vice Squad. Vlad's Landing Vice, which Constable Blood Crane over there is the head of, doesn't like my business practices and is constantly trying to shut me down. But we are so good at nails that the politicians keep allowing us to reopen.
That's all the questions I have for now.
Very well. If you happen to see a lonely, wealthy man wandering about, please do send him my way.
Excuse me, sir. Might we have a few words with you?
Of course, Fräulein. Do you require assistance? Is that bat threatening you?
No, he's actually a friend of mine. But thanks for asking. I have to say, you seem eager to help.
That I am. It was my dream to be a member of the Deals, the Draxsylvanian Elite Air, Land and Sea Rescue Squad. But I was unable to qualify for the service, so I had to settle for being a constable.
What happened? Why did you fail to qualify?
I have a condition known as FC, which stands for Fragile Coccyx. Apparently, due to the occasional bout of anemia and limited access to vitamins as a child, my coccyx does not have the strength to withstand the arduous training curriculum.
Why did you want to be a member of the Deals?
They stand for truth, justice, and the Draxsylvanian way. Most importantly, they help people in need. There is also my secondary motivation of trying to escape my brother's shadow.
What does your brother have to do with this?
My brother was one of the first Deals. On his inaugural mission, he saved an entire village from being destroyed when floods caused the spillway of the Lake Varg Dam to malfunction. Ever since then, he's been known throughout the land for his heroic deeds.
Haven't you had a chance to do anything heroic?
Sure. I've stopped a few pickpockets, prevented the occasional murder, and harassed that cat house across the way out of business. Nail salon, where was I? Oh yes, but I've never done anything that's been recognized.
What sort of recognition are you looking for?
I want the town to know me as a hero. A key to the city would be nice. But most importantly, I want them to look at me and say, there is Constable Crane. He saved somebody. If I could only help somebody truly in need.
This guy is a real piece of work.
What sort of person would you want to help?
Perhaps an elderly person? No, I know, a child. If I could save a child from some hideous fate, the old town would sing my praises.
I understand perfectly. Tell me about Vlad's Landing.
Vlad's Landing? Not much to tell.
Well, that is enough for now. I need to go. I think I might be able to fit through there.
I don't want you to get dirty or break a nail. Let me try first. Plus, I'm stronger as a bat than you are. Dang! Sorry, Mona.
Sorry, honey. The shop is closed for, redecorating. But our, street service is open all...
You do... Nails?
That dress might come in handy for something. I better not... Roderick, you may not want to do this. In fact, you will probably hate me for asking this, but... Well, if you don't terribly mind... I mean, if you don't mind terribly...
What is it already?
Will you dress up in drag for me with the baby dress we just saw in the dress shop window? Please?
What for?
I don't know yet, but you dressed up like a little girl might be useful at some point.
Oh, jeez. Let me think about it. Okay, fine. But it better be a really, really good idea, important, and not some joke.
No joke. And I promise no joking. Well, maybe a little joking.
Forget it.
No. I promise. No joking.
Pinky swear?
Pinky swear.
All right, fine. But I just know I will never live this down, and I will only do it once. After that, never again. Ever.
Roderick, would you mind diving into...
I kind of like the greased look. I
don't know yet. But I think...
You don't know how happy...
Oh,
Mona, you're gonna owe me for this. Smell like a French fry.
Well, we are trying to get back to France.
All right, I'll go get greased up and try to squeeze through. That did it. I made it through. I got a bit of bad news, though. The door is barred and locked from the inside. I won't be able to unlock it. You're gonna have to squeeze through yourself.
But then I'll end up covered with oil.
If you're looking for sympathy, keep right on looking. Now transform yourself into a bat and get that purple booty of yours in here. Well, we're in, but I'm not sure you should have drained that guy in the locker room till he passed out.
But I had to. He made me transform into a human from a bat.
Yeah, but he was Goth's all-star player. They were favored to win, but now...
Who cares about this silly game? Besides, the outcome of this game won't affect us anyway.
Okay.
Donations accepted in the announcer's booth.
It's a band leader's playlist. It looks like he's written down a list of songs he's going to play.
Check and see if Who Let the Wolves Out is on there. If he's gonna play it, we can wait around and listen for it so we can learn the song.
Good idea. No, wait. I see it near the top of the list. Oh, but it's been scratched out.
Typical Team Lafitte luck. He played it already.
Excuse me, sir. Might I speak with you?
Why, certainly, miss. T. Milton Meininger always has time for a beautiful woman.
Ah! Hey, Mona. Get a load of this guy.
Do you happen to know...
T. Milton Meininger knows all songs and can conduct every one of them with a grace and style that...
Would you be with...
You are rather beautiful. Perhaps I could play you...
Okay.
Huh?
I was wondering if you...
I guess that depends on what the...
There is a man conducting the constable's orchestra, and we're very interested in reviewing his song list. Unfortunately, he won't let us see it. If you could distract him for us, perhaps we would be able to modify...
I'm afraid I can't afford to leave the area.
Can we...
Perhaps we can exchange...
How can we get the constable...
I have no idea.
That is enough.
Very well.
Frederick, I just had a thought.
Uh-oh. Duck for cover.
No, seriously. Remember the little baby dress we saw in the dress shop window?
Yes. The one you said might fit me?
Yes. I was thinking we should lure this constable away from his post, and then I could... I could...
Drain him a bit till he passes out? I see where you're going. You hide in the alley back there, put me in the dress, and I lure him in there with some phony catch like I'm being attacked?
Yes, exactly. Will you wear a dress for me, Frederick?
Oh, boy, you owe me big time. But okay, just this once. I will never put on a dress for you again. Ever. Got that? Ever again.
Yes, I promise never to ask you to do it again. I swear on my own grave.
Not sure how good an oath that is, but fine. You go hide, and I'll go get the dress. I'll lure him with cries for help, then you, well, you just bite him.
Not too hard.
Whatever, not too hard. Then Miss Floozy over there will be happy.
Great! Let's do it.
Why do I have a feeling it isn't gonna be that easy? Yahoo!
Hey! Give that back! I'm saving it in case I have a baby girl.
Good evening, little girl.
Ah! Help me! I've fallen down a well and I can't get up! Someone save me!
I'll save you. Hang on, little girl, I'm coming.
It's the Constable Bud Quain, looking for the lost little girl. And I don't think he can be seen by those people in the windows. I hate to do it, but if I must, I must.
Hey! Ah!
Wow, Mona! He's out like a light! You didn't, drain him all the way.
I don't think so. Check. Is he still breathing?
Yep, still breathing. Your record is murder-free. 2-0. Good job. We'll make a full-fledged and moral vampire out of you yet.
This all-access badge will be quite useful.
Why can't we...
No ba-
Good evening.
Here, will this all-access pass help? I think all the constables working security for the game have one.
My, you are resourceful. I could use a girl like you. Sure you won't change your mind about the job offer?
Oh, well, it's, awfully nice offer, but you see,
don't hurt yourself, honey. I get the picture. This pass will work. Let's go. Hello, Mr. Band Leader.
Hello yourself, madam. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I must say, I simply love a man in uniform.
That's interesting to hear. I myself have a thing for women without a uniform on. Or anything else for that matter.
You really are a silver-tongued devil, aren't you? Do you still have a lot of songs to perform?
There are still plenty of songs to be played. However, as busy as I am, I have to say that you just moved to the top of my to-do list.
Oh, how romantic.
Yes, you're quite the looker. I'm a little new to the area. Perhaps you could give me directions to your apartment?
Aren't you being a little bit forward?
Is that not okay, my delicious little crumpet?
Did you call me a strumpet?
No, I said crumpet, but if you want to identify yourself as a strumpet, that works for me. I'd also be willing to accept floozy or hussy as well. You're clearly a big tease.
And you are clearly a big jerk.
Speaking of big, do you moonlight as a cantaloupe thief?
I don't need to hear this from some kind of band dork. Stick that stick in your ear.
Madam, it is called a baton, and I will play only when I am good and ready. Perhaps you should get back to your obvious profession and leave good, upstanding men like me alone, and disease-free.
Maybe you should go take a long walk off a shore pier, you pathetic excuse of a wannabe musician. That was the worst music I have ever heard.
Shut up, you harlot.
You shut up, you ignoramus.
A big word. Did you learn that when you took lessons from a local college professor?
Where did you get your hat? Did you tell somebody you wanted to wear something that resembled a fuzzy toilet on your head?
You should talk. Where did you get that dress? Not a virgin, Megastore? Harlots are us?
Shouldn't you be getting home? Your mother is calling you. Scumbag.
Streetwalker.
Butt wipe.
Now that he's distracted, I have access to the playlist.
Harlot. Tart.
Nincompoop. Jackass.
Wench. Floozy.
Jerk.
Hussy.
Dirtbag.
Courtesan.
Impotent knave.
Hag.
Maggot.
I would love to
Slovenly
sing,
troll.
but not any of these songs.
Weak-jawed
I'm an
maroon.
opera singer,
Don't
not
ever
a barmaid.
call, girl.
Smelly bugger.
Sleazy escort.
Stinky cheese
Check and see if Who Let the Wolves Out is on.
Aged madam.
If he's gonna play it,
Underwear
we can wait
breath.
around and listen to it so we can learn the song.
Good idea.
Streetwalker.
Band nerd.
No,
Supertramp.
wait, I see it near the top of the list.
Working girl.
Oh, but it's been scratched
Scruffy
out.
looking.
Typical
Social
Team Lafitte
blight.
luck. He played it
Nerve
already.
herder.
Disease spreader.
Maneuver.
Saucy strumpet.
Walking carpet.
Trollop.
Gundark face.
Camp follower.
Noise maker.
Bimbo.
Chicken neck.
Dumb broad.
Newbie.
Dim doxy.
Scumbag.
Nasty
There,
nympho.
that should do it.
Buttwad.
Now we just need to get him
Wanton
back to work.
wench.
Not a
Painted
finger.
plebeian.
Nose picker. Scumbag.
Failed fatale. Streetwalker.
Frederick, can you do something to stop her?
Butt wipe.
Harlot.
Your wish is my command. Okay, lady. Time for some serious face time. You and me.
Damn you! Yeah! Vámonos!
Oh my! Oh, the bat problem has gotten bad around here lately, hasn't it? Though I am not sad to see her go. Too bad. Seemed for a while there my evening was shaping up nicely. Oh well, back to the music. Now, what are we playing next? I seem to have forgotten. Oh! Who Let the Wolves Out? A classic. Ready, boys?
That worked. Thank you, Frederick.
No problem, Mona. Now listen up. Here comes the song.
Yes, I think I've got it now. Hello again, boys.
Did you learn how to sing the song?
Indeed I did. Would you care to hear it?
Yes!
Very well. Here goes. Who let the wolves out? Woof, woof, woof. Who let the wolves out? Woof, woof, woof.
That did it, Mona. It put him to sleep. Who knew that cheesy Oompa anthems made good children's lullabies?
Madame Stoker, I am pleased to report that your children are now sleeping.
Oh, thank you very much. You'll have to tell me what song you sang them.
The
boys can't eat if they're asleep. I can finally put out one of the stoves. Could you perhaps help us now? I'm sorry, but I'm still serving my husband his dinner.
Mona, if we don't find a way to stop Mr. Gluttony over there from eating, she's never gonna have time to get us the cloth.
Let's take a look up there, Frederick. Maybe there's a way...
I'm game.
Look, Frederick, the smoke has stopped, so the fire is out. Now that the fire is out, let's see where this goes, Frederick.
Sure. I always wanted to visit the exotic and secretive world of the chimney sweep.
Let's see what this does. No! Not the limited edition plates! Oh! Oh! That's driving me crazy! I don't need to move it. With Mina busy cleaning up there, now would be a good time to make sure she stays in there. Hello out there? Something has fallen in front of the door.
Ah! What are you?
I am your worst nightmare come true. A woman with power. Not political or social power, but black magic, which is power nonetheless.
No, please don't. I'll do anything you ask. Just don't start the voting.
Then do this. Be a good husband to your wife and treat her fairly. If I find out that you have said so much as a single insult, I'm going to come back here and finish you off.
And go get a job, for goodness sake. Help your wife and kids out.
But my mental anguish. What kind of a job could I do?
Get a job in a field you know well and love, and I'm sure your mental anguish will be gone in no time. But I'd worry about the current anguish you're about to go through.
Clam bake.
Oh my! Excuse me. It must have been all that beer he drank. I feel a little... tipsy.
Next time, see if you can say the whole alphabet.
I think Mina has suffered enough.
I agree. Let her out so she can bask in the glory of our handiwork.
Something has
All her
fallen in front of the
distractions are
door.
asleep. Or passed out due to lack of blood.
One, 2, 3. Whoa! Thank you. Something fell in front of... Oh my God! What? Bruno!
Uh-oh.
What? He's asleep! Thank God! Thank you, oh merciful Lord above! You have blessed me far more than you will ever know! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! Thank you!
Mina? I hate to interrupt your prayer of thanks, but I was wondering if you have time to go down to your cellar and find those bolts of
lots of black cloth! Of course, my good friend. Anything for you. Anything! Yippee! Anything for you! Let him run down and get it! Happy days are here again! The skies are blue!
What's with that face?
I don't know. I have this feeling of warmth and accomplishment inside, and it seems to be making me smile, and I feel good. What is that?
Because you inadvertently did a good deed. It happens once in a while, but don't you worry. It'll pass. All you have to do is do something selfish and pop, it goes away. Trust me on this.
Really? Okay, because this is too weird.
It took me a while. I had to pull down the enormous fort the kids made with my cloth bolts, but I found it. 20 yards of my finest velvety black, and it's all yours, for free, for all your help you've given me.
Wow! Thank you so much! This will be perfect! Well, good luck! We're off! Toodaloo!
Ah!
There! That worked! It looks like a map of the graveyard.
That should tell us exactly where your grave is, Mona. Let's go check it out.
Let's see if I can find my grave. It's probably in the area reserved for famous entertainers and singers.
Yeah, right.
There sure are a lot of dead people buried around here. Do you see my grave anywhere, Frederick?
Yep, got it. It looks like your grave is in quadrant A113. You were originally buried between the graves of Jay Hoffa and my hopes and dreams for the future.
Now that we know where it is, we can go get some of my grave dirt.
Hello again, my beautiful dark swan.
Shrowdy, no!
Well, look what the cat coughed up.
Joke all you want, you insipid little rodent. You're going to need more than a sense of humor to escape my trap. I've just locked the door and taken the key. I'm afraid you are trapped.
I'm never going back to that castle, and I'll never love you. Try and get that through your thick head.
Wouldn't you agree it's more like a gaseous head?
Whatever. I would rather die than spend one more night with you living in that castle.
You say you would rather die, hmm? Well, we shall see. I shall give you a couple hours to ponder your fate. I'm sure when I return, you will be much more agreeable with my most generous offer and return with me to the castle. But for now, as punishment for your attitude, I shall leave you here. When I return, I expect to find that you have adopted a more appropriate attitude.
This might come in handy, but I'm not carrying it around. I don't need it right... I might need that, but I can't carry it around with... I'll wedge this under the door. It should give us a few inches of open space. Good! Look at that, Fodrick! The fire is roaring now!
Do it again! Do it again!
Sorry, Fodrick, but I'm all out of perfume. Once I tip this over, the ice will at least be at the foot of the door.
Timber!
Yippee! That worked! I bet I could get the tip of this shovel red hot in this fire. I don't need to do it now, but I'll remember this idea for later. Now might be a good time to heat up that shovel and slide it under the door.
Wow, Mona, that worked pretty good. The hot shovel melted the ice and formed a cool little puddle. You aren't so ditzy after all.
And you are as rude as ever. A bellows full of water might be useful. I'll keep that in mind. I'm going to fill this with water.
Bellows, the quicker picker-upper.
Looks like we have a way out now. Let's get out of here before Shrowdy comes back. We escaped Shrowdy's trap!
And we positively identified the location of your grave. Let's go get us some dirt.
We don't have a horse with us, but since it's such a short distance, I should be able to pull the cart.
That superhuman undead strength of yours is coming in pretty handy. See, Mona, being a vampire isn't all bad.
It's bad enough, trust me. And since I am a vampire, we'd better go get some of my grave dirt. If I don't have it to line my coffin, I may not survive the night.
Would it help motivate you if I yelled mush when you start pulling the cart?
Would you still be able to fly if I pulled your wings off?
I think the answer to both of those questions is no. Anyway, let's grab a couple of those boxes and head over to your grave. We got a little digging to do. Mona, didn't I say we had some digging to do?
I'd love to help. Really. But you are doing such a good job, I'd only get in your way.
I'm not sure how much dirt we need, but I already have one full box loaded in the wagon.
That should be...
No, you'll never escape me.
What was that?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Shrowdy!
I have your precious black cloth, and I know for a fact that there is none left in all of Vlad's Landing. Without being able to cover the gravestone, you'll never be able to pull the wagon out of here.
I hate to admit it, Mona, but he's right. Hey, apparition boy, I thought you loved her. If she can't get her grave dirt back to her coffin by the time the sun rises, she'll die.
If I can't have her, then nobody shall.
I would rather be dead forever than spend one additional second of my life anywhere near you.
So long, my love. I will see you in the afterlife.
Mona, we got a little bit of a predicament here. I'm not strong enough to pull the wagon, and you can't do it if the gravestones are exposed.
Fodrick, do you think you could steer the wagon?
You know me. I'm always up for trying something new. Just let me know when you're ready for me to steer it.
Fodrick, do you think...
You know.
I have it, Fodrick. You said you could steer it, right?
Yep, I think I can handle this old jalopy.
Great. You steer and I'll push. Since we are high up on this hill, you should be able to gain enough speed to drive the wagon out of the graveyard, down the road, and right up to Madame Stragoy's camp. And then I'll just fly out far away from the crosses.
Brilliant. Who says opera stars are dumb as doornails? Doornails have got nothing on you.
Thanks, Fodrick. Okay, are you ready?
I was born ready, although, if truth be told, I am feeling just a tad bit apprehensive about this.
I'm sure you'll do fine. Just do me a favor and be careful.
It's nice to know you care.
With those boxes of grave dirt.
For a second there, I thought you were concerned about my well-being.
Oh, don't be such a wuss. If things get hairy, just fly away. Of course, if you do that, you will be sentencing me to death. So, no pressure. Ready?
Go for it.
Come on, find it already! What is the frickin' hold-up? What did the Cabal do? Send the stupidest vampire hunters in the history of all mankind? Find it already! No, moron! You already looked there!
Monsignor? We already looked there. Twice.
Oh, pipe down, you walking stillbirth! I know what I'm doing! I'm just being thorough! Standard Cabal procedure!
Standard procedure? Standard procedure? Standard procedure, my... This is so frustrating! That's it! I'm just going to have to break the curse and just go in there, my... What? What manner of being dares to challenge Madame Stragoy?
Fodrick, we did it! We got everything we need!
Yeah, who would have thunk it? We make a pretty good team if I do say so myself. High five!
Hi, what?
You raise your hand like so, and slap it together.
Why? Madame Stragoy! We heard a scream!
Huh? Oh, there you are. No, I'm fine. I just like to scream randomly once in a while. Lets me know I'm still alive.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, pish posh. Anyway, we did it! We have all the things we need for this ship. I wanted to thank you for all your help and...
No need.
But I want to...
No, I mean, no need for all that now. Dr. Rigor Mortis, a brilliant doctor, an old friend, sent me a message saying he can cure you of your vampirism. But he must do it tonight. when all the stars are aligned.
Stars all aligned? What does that have to do with anything?
Really? Where? How is that?
Now, go now before it is too late. He said come to his lab in the windmill just past the dam. Follow this road down to the gorge by the end of the lake. Trust me, you can't miss it.
Well, okay. If he is your friend.
Yes, yes, longtime friends, old poker buddies. Now go! No more talk! Quickly!
Bye-bye. Au revoir. Goodbye. Au revoir.
Yes, yes, go off to my good friend Dr. Rigor Mortis. He'll know just what to do to you. And then I, Shrowdy Von Kiefer, will be your only hope for salvation. You'll be glad to see me then. Yes, you will. You'll appreciate old Shrowdy then, won't you?